Good evening. I have one item to show. I've given it away. That's silly. Um, yeah, it's something I've never seen before. It was pretty cheap, and I strongly suspect that I will never use it. But that doesn't stop me being interested in it. It is supposedly official. I believe it's official. Um, 4-player adapter for the original Game Boy, and it's kind of got an original Game Boy color scheme on it, grey, but it's pretty nice. So it's got this big long cable which goes into the Game Boy like a normal link cable. A normal link cable, one Game Boy, another Game Boy, 2 players. This one Game Boy connects to this, to which 3 additional Game Boys can attach, allowing for 4 players to play at once. Now, I can't think off the top of my head of any 4-player compatible Game Boy games. The biggest kind of link cable multiplayer Game Boy game is, to my mind, Pokemon, which isn't compatible with 4 players. The only other game I can think of might be Tetris. I know that you can do 2-player on that. In fact, I might go look at my Tetris cartridge while we're here. I don't know if this would actually say, but it doesn't actually say on the cartridge, so that's a bit disappointing. But yeah, so kind of weird little thing. It's I don't know. I find it kind of interesting. Nice wee object. I didn't know that this existed. I like that it's official. I wouldn't have gotten it purely for the unusual and, to me, unknown functionality. As if actually there would be any 4-player functionality in Nintendo games were there only unofficial 4-player adapters. That would never have happened. But I kind of mentioned the official thing because I thought I got away with a nice little trade the other day. I saw 3 GameCube controllers in a cash converters, 3 black GameCube controllers for £8 each, and I suspected that was a good deal. And so when I was in CX, I happened to see a black GameCube controller there on sale for £20. So I thought, well, likelihood is that I could get more than £8 for CEX credit, and I would go for credit rather than cash because it's gonna end up being spent in CEX anyway. Anyway, so I went online and checked out, and I was gonna get £12 credit per controller. So I think I only have 1, maybe 2 GameCube controllers at the moment. Anyway, I got rid of a lot of them a while ago. So I thought, buy them all, keep 1, sell 2, and get £10 profit in terms of CEX credit. So £24 worth of credit, having spent 16 on the controls themselves. So I decided to do that, and I went back. And it's funny, the guy, I said, I'll buy all 3 of these. And he said, oh, well, I'll give you £1 off each of them because you're buying them all at once. I said, Okay, good. Thinking to myself, that's that's an even better deal, and that was quite funny. And let me just fetch my gaming controller. Where is that? I'm trying to feel around for it to maintain this pointless anonymity, this incomplete, pointless anonymity. That's part of the fun, though. Long way of thinking. There we go. So the price sticker on these controllers. Now, if I were more familiar with the gaming controller, if I knew exactly what it looks like all the time, intimately familiar with their appearances, wouldn't have caught me out. But there was a price sticker right there, kind of that size. And I seem to remember there being a Nintendo logo there, and I was ever so slightly cautious of, it being not a Nintendo controller. And I thought that there was on this press start, it's actually it's a groove. It's I suppose carved, it's cut into the controller. I thought that that's what the Nintendo logo was underneath the sticker, as I expected. And I said, do you mind if I just had the 3 controllers at the counter? I said, do you mind if I just take the sticker off to see underneath, just to make sure it's a Nintendo thing? And he was like, oh, I didn't can. And I was like, yeah, it's fine. I peeled it off and thinking this will be fine. But there was absolutely no logo under there, nothing at all. No, I thought it might be a third party thing, but they were so like the shape of the GameCube controllers. No, none of these third party kind of gel grip things that you got on all the controllers back then. Maybe you still do. I haven't a clue. And there was nothing there, so I thought, right, well, these are not real gaming controllers. So I didn't buy them, and that explained why they were the price they were, I suppose. Although it said on the price sticker that went with them, GameCube controller, black, Nintendo. It had Nintendo on it twice, presumably to indicate, the Nintendo GameCube, and the manufacturer of the controllers. And yet someone pricing those knew that they weren't authentic, because I think cash converters probably do know the value of the things they sell. And that's why they were £8 for a reason. They felt too new as I picked them up. Perhaps smoother than this, like, ever so slightly, granulated texture of the game, slightly matte. Maybe it was ever so slightly more glossy. They felt a bit too new, maybe a bit too light when I picked it up. And they were all black, which is not an uncommon colour of GameCube controller, but I should have, alarmed bell should have gone off, but they didn't. Anyway, so this is official, obviously, but it comes to mind, and it's something that is now. It's now on my mind, I suppose. I mean, I'm well aware of the replica Game Boy Advance cartridges that go around. I have a couple. I know which ones they are. It's possible I have more that I'm unaware of. And I'd like to become more aware of that, because I don't really want to get... I don't know, I mean... The idea of authenticity with infinitely reproducible things is, it's tricky, obviously, for obvious reasons. I'm not going to bore myself and anyone else talking about it, but for my own, satisfaction, it's nice to believe that the things you have are authentic. Anyway, that was kind of a divergence. So, got this nice big thing. I bought it with a friend, and as he put it, I'm building what he described as a Wunderkammer, a I think that's like a curiosity cabinet. And this really does fit the bill because I don't know that I will ever use it. But really nice, kind of will add up to a kind of a complete collection, but like a kind of, almost a complete Game Boy console. Um, the fully equipped thing. I don't know. Yeah, nice.